Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the Mercury Star Runner. I'm going to be talking the changes they've done to the looks and why I think they changed the looks to make it basically why they've made it basically fat. I think that sums up this whole video. They've made it fat. There you go. You can actually end the video right now. So this is the old Mercury Star Runner. This is what it used to look like in the front. And if I click here, this is what it kind of looks now with the changes from the front at least. They have changed the rear as well. So as we can see in the front, this under bit of the cockpit is a lot sleek, but this just makes it looks quick, right? This is the whole point of it, right? And then under here they've made it kind of a double chin setup here. I don't know, and it doesn't look as aggressive and as sleek as it used to be. So they've changed this bit here to make it a bit fatter. They've changed this bit here to make it look a bit fatter. When I saw the glass, the hologram, it looked really bad, like really bad. However, with the lines, it makes it look a bit more bearable. In my opinion, this one, it looks worse, but it's not the end of the world for me. The Mercury Star Runner is my favourite ship. I actually still own one, and this front bit, it looks worse, but it's not as worse as what other things they've done to the ship, I think. As we can go, let's go back. So this looks way more aggressive, way more sleek. It just looks quicker. It looks like this is a much more faster ship, just due to this little change down here. Then this just looks a bit more fat and slow and yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it looks a bit off to me. But why do they do that? I think it's landing gear. I think when they designed the ship, they didn't really design the landing gear to fit in it, obviously. This looks like a door, and it looks like a door for the front landing gear to come down and fucking retract and all that stuff. And this could be a landing gear bit as well. I think they've fattened the whole ship up, really. They fattened the whole shit up, so it could also be interior space. So they went, oh crap, we need to like push the ship out a bit, like especially down on the bottom, to give more interior space, like the wing. Yeah, this wing just looks a bit thinner than this wing. So that's the front bit. That's a big change that everyone's just gonna notice off the bat without really looking into it. Is that it just looks fatter, and I think the big reason why it looks fatter is because of the landing gear. The next one is actually still on this front, this picture, and it's the turrets. As you can see, these turrets there's one turret on the bottom, one turret at the top, and they stick out. They stick out quite a bit. If you want to know how this kind of going to look in game right now, go and look at a Cutlass Black. Has the same, similar turret where it just sticks out. As you can see, this doesn't stick out as much. The bottom does. I think the bottom sticks out quite a bit, or with the original design. But the top definitely doesn't. This is more like in line with this middle bit here. As you can see, it's more in line to it, and this turret was supposed to be 360. I bet you the reason why they changed the turrets to be bigger is because this turret is supposed to be a 360 degrees, and then when they tried to fit it in game, they couldn't get this turret to go shoot right in front of it, or shoot right in front of it that effectively. Because if you see, this gun is like either going to hit this bit, or it's just going to be able to just go over it, and that means you don't have a lot more degrees up and down when you're firing front. That means it could either have some issues with like the whole system, you might be clipping into the ship, or it's just ineffective. You can't really do it, there's no reason. So I think they've raised the turrets up here, because now you've got a bit more freedom up and down to shoot. So maybe they've realised that, oh wait, this bit here can't shoot down here, shoot a target right in front. So they've raised it up, so now it can shoot down a bit further down to the front. That's right. Does it look ugly? Yes, it does. That's what it does. It looks a lot more uglier. You have like this huge thing. What's a bit changed as well. I think they've taken away this bit, but that doesn't look too bad still. But this does make it look it just stands out right now, and you just see it instantly once you realise there's these big turrets in the middle and from the top and the bottom. You just realise, yep, that's annoying. Yeah, they've definitely made these turrets stand out, and overall let's make it a little bit more uglier and a bit less sleek, because this is what this design. I think a lot of people looked at the design and went, yeah, this is like a sleek, fast, aggressive ship. And then they made it fatter with big turrets. Now it doesn't look that sleek and aggressive and that quick just by looking at it, It's still going to be quick. But alright, so the turrets, I think that's why they've done it. It's just they couldn't really put the top one on and have it really be effective, or they had some issues. We're going to look at the rear now. So this is what the rear used to look like, and this is what the rear looks like now. Goddamn face palm right now. Where is that middle engine? Look at that middle engine. It is. If you looked at the rear, there's one thing that you probably saw out of the whole ship, and that was that middle engine, and they had to remove it. Yep, that's probably my biggest thing I would like to have back. However, they did do some other improvements to the design that ended up deeming this as a sacrifice. But yeah, the middle engine, as you can see here, is completely gone. They kind of enclosed the top bit as well. The top bit's now a bit more closed up, and basically trying to like hide the fact that there was an engine here. And yeah, I was thinking, what is the one thing, if you looked at the rear of this this design and you said, okay, there was something missing here, and you told the guy, there's something missing here, what is it? He'll definitely point to this middle bit here and go, there was something there, maybe an engine, or there was definitely something there. And that's what I hate about it. They need to clog this up, basically. They need to really clog this up and like make it so it just doesn't look like there's something missing. That's what I have the biggest issue right now, is that yeah, they've removed the engine and made it, but they basically just put nothing in its way. Obviously they removed the engine, but they put them in the wings. I think these are the new engines. That engine, look. So they've definitely put it in they've definitely put this ship in the wing. The engine in the ship in the wing. They definitely put the engines, moved them to the wing area. So again, it's going to be still speedy. One thing I've also noticed is that this doesn't look as slanted and aggressive in the rear anymore. What I mean by this is, look at the hang. Look at the hang of this wing right now, and then look at the hang of this. Here's the cargo bay. This is the cargo door, at like a more than like 90 degrees angle, with the wing way back in here. And then this is nowhere near as a 90 degrees angle anymore, unless this is just how the picture that was shown just doesn't look as good. I think it's because they've made the door a bit more fatter, and so it doesn't look like it's hanging over anymore. But I think that basically the degrees that this is a lot less than what this is going to be, what it was originally. I quite like this old design. I would really like just putting the cargo door down and actually have like the ship enclose me when I walk up to it. But this was, yeah, there's not much more hang over the top anymore. Again, it's going back to that more aggressive and sleek look. It doesn't look as more sleek anymore. However, this is actually a good thing in some people's eyes, and then that's because they've actually confirmed that this bigger door now can fit a rover in it. The Star Runner can fit a rover because they've had the wide. They thought, okay, it can nearly fit a rover in this ship. So why don't we just make it a little bit bigger and be able to fit a rover? And for a lot of people, that's good, I suppose. And that's why we ain't got the engine, by the way, is because they've had to remove this engine, and because of the bigger door and I guess the bigger interior the cargo hold had to be. So maybe we could actually see bigger and more. You might see more cargo be able to fit in this. Might be just up to 100 now. Maybe, probably not, but just speculating here. But yeah, now they can fit a rover. I can see why people might be interested, that this is a good change. However, for me, I don't own a rover. I'm a Cyclone man. I prefer the Cyclones. The rover just doesn't interest me, so would I rather have the engine, or would I rather have a rover, basically? I'd rather have the more aesthetic engine look than the rover, because I wasn't going to buy a rover and try to fit a rover in here, so I was going to probably just use a Cyclone. I don't think it enhances that much gameplay for me when I can now fit a rover into my Star Runner, because I'm going to have a Hercules as well. So if I wanted to transport my rover, I can transport it with my Hercules. But that's my personal opinion. I can definitely see why people might be now a bit more interested in that they now can actually transport their rover in a much more smaller ship, that they don't need to go and buy a bigger ship to transport their rover in anymore. Now they can actually do it in a Star Runner. That's I could definitely see a lot of people going, yeah, that's a good thing. My personal opinion is that it's not. So I'd rather have the engine than the rover. I would say that if the cargo bay actually opens up to have more SCU of cargo, I would say that that's a good idea to taking it out. But if not, and it's only just for the rover, what's most likely going to happen, I'd rather have the engine, to be honest. So that's my opinion on that one. Overall, I think if we look at the old design, look at all the old designs. I got this from a website, by the way. I'll link it in the description if you want to go and check out this 3D model and all the other ships 3D models. They're really cool. Yeah, in my opinion, I like the old ship much better than the new ship, for sure. Like, this looks worse than that, but I still think it looks good. I do think it looks quite good still. I'm still gonna have one. It's still my favourite ship in the game, even though it's not in the game. It's still my favourite one. Yeah, look at the rear. There you go. So yeah, I think this is. It still looks okay. They need to patch this up. Like, if they patched this up and made it look less like there was a hole and there was something there, this would be pretty okay for me. I understand that there's going to be changes to concepts. They've done it a lot already, but oh God, just please patch this up. Patch this hole up, please. So yeah, this is a little different of a video today. Not my thoughts, not gameplay features. This is just looking at my favourite ship in the game and what they done to it, and I think the reasons why they done this. And yeah. So if you like this video, press the like button. If you dislike this video, please press the dislike video, and maybe even say why you dislike the videos in the dislike this video in the comment section. If you want your opinion heard for the Star Runner, the comment section is perfect. A lot of people do write their opinions on the in the comment sections on my videos, especially recently with the Polaris one. And I generally try to make a conversation happen. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, press the subscribe button as well. I'm actually got over 30 subscribers from the last video, so that's really great. My channel is actually starting to go back up again. Up again? What do I mean up again? No, my channel starts actually going up, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.